Okay, so what we're going to do today is look at how we enter properties into Dash. You'll go type in www.cbexchange.com into your search bar. Then we're going to click Login. If you don't already have this information saved, you'll type in your Coldwell Banker user ID, your password, sign in. For whatever reason, this has been taking a little while to load. I don't know if they're doing updates or what. Okay, so when your main landing page opens up, we're going to go up here to this, what they call the springboard. It's this little round dot, looks like a button. Click on that. Your icons that you have access to will start populating. You want to look for this dash icon. Click on that. And we wait. Okay. Now when you pull up your dash and you come to the primary landing page, your screen may actually look a little bit different than mine, but you want to look for the listings icon. It'll be over here to the left. Click on that. This gray box pops up. You see add residential listing, sell rental, add commercial listing, sell lease. You'll want to choose whichever one it is, residential or commercial, but you want to make sure that you click on sell. Okay. This is the first box of required information that we have to put in. You have to choose what this is. Is it residential property, farm agriculture? Is it lots, land, acreage? Or is it something totally different? What that might be, you guys know. Okay, once we choose, we're going to do lots and land. Well, let's do residential. Looks like we have different property types here. Okay, so if you click on the property subtype, you're going to see a lot of different choices in here. Just from what I've seen that you guys have, the majority of what you have is single family detached. I don't know. But you'll see here you have townhouses, triplex, recreational, a private island. I wish I was on sometimes. Let's see. Land, agricultural, multifamily acreage, single family acreage. So you just have to go through here and look and see what pertains to your property. Right now I'm just going to choose single family detached. Property style, is it a one-level ranch, 1.5 story, 2-story, Art Deco? You guys know all of this. Cottage, cabin. Let's see, I want a cabin, so let's do cabin. And then click go. Okay, now this is going to look similar to what Matrix does, to be honest. So you come in here and you start filling out, and I'm just going to use my home address. It is not a cabin, by the way. but anything that you see with a red asterisk over here to the right of the word is required. It is the essentials that you have to put in. So property type, sub, property style. The country is defaulted to United States. Then you start typing in the property address. I cheated. I used my property address so it would populate. Neighborhood. This is like if you have, I live in Greenhaven. It's a little subdivision called Greenhaven. It could be Grandview Peaks. It could be anything like that. Okay, now on here, this is where you choose the property address. So you set it on the map. And that's pretty much where we're at. Greenhaven Circle. I would say it was more up this way. Let's see, we can go over here, do the aerial. And, yep, that's my little house right there. I guess it was where it needed to be. Okay. And then just click X. Okay. Then you do your listing date. We're going to say it listed today. It expires on, let's just do September 30th. List price is, I'm just making up a number, 5. Now, the MLS ID, that would be your MLS from Matrix. And it's my understanding that this will pull a lot of the information from that. So let's say I have it at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, right here, it's supposed to, if the property is under contract, because right now we are inputting a lot of this information and some of our properties are already under contract. If that's the case, it is my understanding, you can go ahead and check that box as you're inputting it now and not have to go back and change it. Okay? This information right here, date available, foreclosed short sale, that does not have an asterisk beside of it, so it is not required. It is not an essential piece of the data elements. Okay? Open houses, there again, it's not required. Here, number of bedrooms. We have 3 bedrooms. And number of baths, we have 2 full baths. There again, number of baths, all of this other information is not required. I recommend putting it in, but is not required for us to just close that property if you're having to get it in quick, okay? Number of bedrooms, required. Number of baths, building area, all this other stuff is not required right now. This sales details and the associate name and ID will be pre-populated for you. The reason it's not for me is because I have access to all of y'all's information. Okay. Property description. This is mandatory in English. It is mandatory. It is an essential piece of data element that we need to put in. So let's see. Remarks. It is a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double wide. Oh, nope, I said it. I make believe I live in a cabin with beautiful views. Whatever y'all want to put in here. Whatever you guys know. Etc. Da da and then click apply. Okay. You'll see this information, your property description, populate right here. Now, for us to close it out, that's the only thing you need. However, I recommend going in here and you'll see all of these. If you click the drop down box, these are all the options that you have. So the elementary school, directions. Then you click English and turn left on Greenhaven Circle, second house on left. Okay, so now these two things populate. Once you're finished with all your data entry elements, you go to the next thing, next tab. And a lot of these I'm just going to show you because if you notice, we have no red asterisks on the Features tab, okay? So we can bypass that for right now. Property details, you have no red asterisks. So if you are putting the property in for closing, you do not have to fill out anything on this one either. Media. You are required, even though this does not have a red asterisk on it, you are required to put in a photo. Let's see. We'll just do this one right now. Okay. Seller information. You are not required to put in any of this information. Okay. Additional contact information. There again, as of right now, you are not required to put in any of this information. If you are wanting to go ahead and get used to putting these data elements in and keying this in, I strongly recommend doing that. However, if you have a lot of properties listed right now and you're just trying to get them in, get in that required essential data elements so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so when you click review, it's going to tell you if you have anything missing. It's going to show up in red that is a required data element. Okay? So you scroll down through there. If you see something that is highlighted in red, then you know you need to change it. Okay? So the essentials. Scroll down through here, we see sales associate name. Okay. Once you have all of this information in and you click review and you have no red anywhere, that is when you can click finish. And that will save it onto Dash. I don't want to save it because this was just a practice for us to go through. But just so we can recap, I want to go back up here. Essentials. These data elements with the red asterisk are the ones that you want to put in, that you have to put in for us to close out the properties, okay? Along with media tab, at least one picture. Now, when you are putting these in, when you put the properties into matrix, I would automatically put this into dash, and I would put all of the information in so that you just get used to doing that. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.